Today, we're talking all things marketing. Over our 13-year career in business, today we want to expose you to everything that we've learned after spending over $1 million to market our businesses. We've learned so many different things. Today, we want to break those down. You didn't know inputs, no marketing, no customers, no revenue. We got exposed to the power of having a network. If you're talking about your product or service, your level of excitement, your level of energy going to be transferred to somebody else. You consistently market your business and you can consistently drive revenue and drive profit. When you are doing any type of marketing, make sure you test it before you put it into production. Growing your business is all about leads. The more leads you have, the more sales opportunities that you have. Always know your key metrics and define your key metrics. You need to define who your customer is and figure out how you serve them and how you market to them only, no one else. Let's get exposed. Welcome to another edition of the Expose and Expand podcast show. I'm the man with the plan, Jeremy Mathis. I'm Joshua. I'm going to give you the game, Mathis, and welcome to another edition of the Expose and Expand podcast show, where we expose you to the ideas, the strategies, the struggles, the failure, the people, and the experiences that have gotten us from zero to millions. Ring, 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 ring. Marketing class is in, guys. Today, we're talking all things marketing. Over our 13-year career in business, we spent well over $1 million to market our companies. In that time, we've had a lot of revelations and we've learned a lot. And today we want to expose you to everything that we've learned after spending over $1 million to market our businesses. The reason why we want to have this episode is because we want you to consistently and effectively market your business, because we understand that it's the gasoline that you need to fuel your business. So let's get exposed. And guys, before we get started, man, we would appreciate your support. As you guys know, we want to grow the show, so please expose someone else to the show. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. If you're listening on any of the podcast players, please hit that follow button and leave us a 5-star review. We would greatly appreciate it. And just expose somebody else to the show. Man, I feel good. That's my first intro that I didn't study for, and I nailed it, and I did good. That was good. I like it. I feel good, boy. This is going to be a good one.
Let's get it.
So, guys, today what we're talking about is marketing, and we're talking all things marketing. After we spent over $1 million over our 13-year career in business, we've learned so many different things, and today we want to break those down. So the show is going to look like this. We're going to talk about all of our companies, like real LLCs, companies that we had, and we're going to talk about the marketing that we did.
It ain't just about LLCs. It's companies that we spent money in marketing on, a company we generated revenue for, a company we generated profits for.
Yeah, thank you. So all those things that Josh just said. So we're going to tell you the journey of marketing in each company. So we're going to break it down, help you understand how we marketed the business, what was the outcome for each of the 4 or 5 businesses that we're going to talk about. After we give you our marketing journey, we're then going to give you some key revelations that we've learned from those experiences. And then after those revelations, we're going to give you some tips that you can use in your business to spice it up and to make some money. So let's get started with the journey. So our first real business that we started, that we had to do marketing for, was called Stamp Label. It was a custom clothing line. You could go onto our website. You could design whatever you want on a hat, hoodie, or T-shirt, and we would print it for you and we would ship it to you. That business failed because we did no marketing. Our marketing spend and our marketing budget in that company was zero. Our marketing efforts in that company was zero as well, because we didn't tell anybody. We just thought that we was going to put up a great website that did something really unique and different at the time. People were going to stumble on it, and they was going to spend money. That wasn't the case. So we learned, if you don't spend no money in marketing, if you don't do nothing creative to get your brand out there, to get your business, your product out there, you ain't gonna get no customers. So from that learning, we started to do what we call Stamp Inc. marketing. Stamp Inc. marketing was our promotional marketing company. So if a company or organization needed their hoodie to be placed on the logo, or
I think, hold on, you're giving them too much. Let's talk about Stamp Label. Let's talk about one business at a time. So for Stamp Label, why? Well, I mean, tell the people why we did no marketing for Stamp Label.
We didn't. Number one, I don't think we understood marketing, and that's a good question.
I don't think we understood marketing. We really thought that people were just going to stumble on the website. We're just going to put it up there, and we just thought, oh, people going to find it because it's a great idea. This is why I wanted to have a conversation, because so many people in their business don't market their business. They just expect, they're not growing their sales, they're not getting customers, but you're not consistently marketing. You're not pushing your product. You're not pushing your brand. And for me, I think I want to make sure that we drive that point home, because guys, we did that business for way too long, not making any money, slaving, and it was just a core result of our inputs. Our inputs was we didn't know marketing. So you didn't know inputs, no marketing, no customers, no revenue. So I wanted to break that down. Yeah, thank you. That was good. No marketing, no customers there. Then we started Stamp Inc. Marketing. Stamp Inc. Marketing was a promotional marketing company that if you was an organization or a company, whatever your logo was, we would print it on a T-shirt or a nice collar shirt, hat, whatever. And we would give it to you so you can give it to your employees. Or if you was like a Greek or sorority company, you would come to us as well. We became one of the top vendors at our school for some of the organizations because we started to market. But all we did was guerrilla marketing. We spent no money on marketing. We put no flyers or no posters up, but we just started talking to people about it. And with it being a small campus where we went to school at, Nova Southeastern University, you could just have conversations and word starts to spread. You tell one organization, that organization tells the next. And we were able to get some customers, and we were able to start generating some money in Stamp Inc. marketing. Yeah, so guys, I know Jaron gave y'all a bunch there. So as he said, just to hit some key points, this was a business that we started while we were in college. And while we were in college, as he said, we didn't have a real marketing plan. We just started telling people about it. And for me, I want to talk about the journey because, again, with Stamp Label, we did no marketing and we made no money. But with Stamp Inc., we didn't have a marketing plan, but we got exposed to the power of telling people. We got exposed to the power of having a network. We got exposed to the power of relationships, right? So because we just started talking to people, telling people what we were doing on campus, we started to make money. Yeah. So great breakdown of that business. But even before we continue, I want to talk about with Stamp Inc. marketing. We was only talking to people that were on campus. Do you remember if we talked to anyone else and we had customers outside of campus? I think we had a few customers. Yeah, we did have a few customers outside of campus, but it was from people that were customers on campus. So let's just say one of the directors of one of the organizations, we got somebody we printed shirts for the organization, somebody within the organization for their church group or for something or for their job that was off campus, they needed shirts done, and we got referred because we had done business with somebody on campus. So we didn't have a lot of customers that was outside of the campus, but we had some customers. Yeah. Do you remember what the revenues were with that company? Did we make it to six figures? No, I don't know. We didn't. I'm for sure we didn't make it to six figures. I think we were making a couple grand per month. We were making a couple grand per month because I remember the reason why we started Dr. Clean, which was the next company, was because I told Lopez our revenue is like, dude, you guys don't make money. You think you do because you live with your mom, but you guys don't make money. So yeah, we was making a couple grand a month, but we didn't do six figures with that one. What are some lessons that you remember from Stamp Inc. marketing from the marketing side? From the marketing side. Some lessons that I remember from the marketing side, from Stamp Inc. marketing. Number one was be enthusiastic about your product or your service. So I think we got business just because when we was talking to people, we was like, we could do a great job. We was happy about it. Yeah. And I think our energy, I truly believe that our energy was transferred to the person where they was like, man, I just want to work with them, even though, because you remember, for that business, we wasn't the cheapest. We was not the cheapest. And that's one thing that we learned at the beginning. Somebody had told us, guys, don't be the cheapest. Make sure that you guys make money in this business. So we was never the cheapest, but people work with us because I think every time we spoke with them, that energy transfer that made them excited about our business. So my lesson in that is, if you're talking about your product or service, your level of excitement, your level of energy is going to be transferred to somebody else. So if you're lethargic and you like, and you ain't passionate about it, they ain't gonna be passionate about it. If you're excited about it, they're going to be excited about it. That was one of the lessons I remember. But that's one of the key things about sales and marketing, right? You want the customer needs to, that same level of excitement that you have is something that is transferable. Yep. And if all marketing and sales is more so as a transfer of a belief system, right? If you feel like, hey, your product or service is the best, your customer feels that. If you feel like that your product can really solve a problem, and you express that to the customer, and the customer feels that energy is transferable. Another lesson we learned from Stamp Inc. marketing is the power of consistency. We wasn't doing a lot of sales, but we was consistently having sales because we was consistently marketing the business. And it was just word of mouth and talking to people, but we was telling everybody about our business. We had our shirts printed. We always had our shirts on. We used to always, you see the pants I got on, it was a representation of Stamp Inc. marketing. That's when we used to always, not a suit and tie, but a shirt, some slacks. We did, in college when we had the business, we used to wear the polo shirts every day, Stamp Inc. marketing. And we also had our little jacket, so when it was cold, you knew about Stamp Inc. marketing. So no, you're right, I forgot all about that. When people see that, and it's just, again, it wasn't a lot of sales, but we got exposed to the power of what happens when you consistently market your business. You consistently market your business, and you can consistently drive revenue and drive profits. Now, that's good. That's really good. You're doing a good job of, because I had a different interpretation of how this was going to go, but I think we're doing a good job of breaking down. Trying to speed through, I want to help people understand what really happened and why we had success or why we did not have success with the business. Again, Stamp Label, I think the idea in hindsight wasn't cool, but we probably would have had more sales if we would have marketed the business more. With Stamp Inc. marketing, we had more sales because we was marketing the business. Again, it's a business I'm glad we got out of because it was more so, it's a price-driven business and relationships are important, but let's move on to the next company. All right, so after Stamp Inc. marketing, we transitioned to Dr. Clean. Dr. Clean was a company that specialized in cleaning dental offices primarily, and we charged a premium for our services because we not only cleaned the office, we also cleaned the dental equipment, which was the first time that was being done that we knew of in the industry. So in that business, how we marketed was through cold calling and sending out mailers and door knocking. So the first thing that we did was I would go and knock on doors, like just drive and literally knock on doors, guerrilla marketing. But no, I want to give people the full context. When we first started, it was both of us knocking on doors. And here's the power of having the right team around you and having, the right mentors. Because when we started the business, we was both driving. And after a week, we went to talk to our partner in the business, shout out to Lopez, and we told him what we did. And he was like, dude, why are you both in the car? You both don't need to be in the car, And that the lesson there is he showed us the power as you grow and you scale your business, you don't want to rely on one form of marketing. You don't want to rely on one form of marketing. So Jerm was door knocking while I started cold calling, and we saw real growth in the business. Yeah. Think about it. No, that's good. I didn't even think about it that way. That was the first company that we put in. We had a consistent marketing budget because we would buy lists of dentists in the area, and Josh would cold call them, and I would be out every day door knocking, and at night we would clean the offices. But as far as marketing, if I'm out door knocking and Josh gets a lead, he would call me, yo, you need to go to this office right now, because he would have a conversation with them and they would be fed up with their current service, and they would just, hey, how soon can you get here? Hey, Jerm, you need to get there. Yep. So we, like Josh said, after we had that revelation from Lopez, Josh started doing the cold calls. I started door knocking, and we was doing it, and that started to work. And then we added on mailers. Because if you have somebody's phone numbers, and when you buy these lists, not only do you have the phone numbers to the doctors and to the offices, you also have the address. Well, the lesson there is that when you are doing any type of marketing, make sure you test it before you put it into production. Because on our first mailer campaign that we ever did, we put the wrong phone number. You forgot about that. We put the wrong phone number. And we got from that mailing campaign, we spent $500 and we got 2 customers. The first customer that we got, the reason why they found us is because she was like, man, we're so fed up with our current company that I dialed. I realized once you guys put the wrong number, I dialed the last. I dialed multiple numbers to try to find you, and that's how we found out that we had put the wrong number on the mailer. The way that we got our second customers from the mailer was because that customer told somebody else, like, hey, these are some young guys, you should give them an opportunity. So, and one of the lessons that we learned at Dr. Clean is before you put any marketing in production, make sure that you test it and that it's running really is running how you need it to run before you release it out there to the world.
I look at it different. When you say test it, it's just more so is the information right. It is like right now, if you're sending out mail, test the phone number to make sure that's the correct phone number. Test the email address. Test the forwarding address or whatever when you're sending out mail. If you're doing online marketing, you need to test your funnel. Go through your funnel yourself. Are there any stoppages? Are there any places in your funnel where the customer may have confusion on what to do next? So I think that's the core of making sure you test your marketing.
No, that's good. That was good. Any other lessons or learnings that you could think of from Dr. Clean, from door knocking, from cold calling, and sending out mail during that 18 months?
Again, I just think that's where we got exposed to the power of having multiple forms of marketing, right? When we started, we just had, when we started, Jaron was door knocking and we was cold calling. I was cold calling. My advice to anybody that's listening is probably start with one form of marketing, get really good at that before you start the second. But for us, it just showed the power of having multiple channels of marketing. And when you have multiple channels of marketing, you're generating revenue, you're generating profits much faster because you're generating more leads. Marketing is all about, growing your business is all about leads. The more leads you have, the more sales opportunities that you have. So,
got you. All right. So after we had Dr. Clean, that is when we got into real estate. And real estate in the form of we would generate leads from distressed homeowners, and we would buy their houses at a discount, fix them up, and resell them. This was when we really learned about marketing. This is when we really started to understand that marketing is the fuel. It's the gasoline for your business if you want that car to go in the direction that you wanted to go in. And when we first started in real estate, our form of marketing was agents. So we would build relationships with agents. We would send out offers, and we would build relationship with different real estate agents, and they would send us deals. We would get deals that way. Once we started to understand that we wanted more control over the business and the outcome, meaning access to the direct to the customer, we went around the agents and we started to do online marketing, meaning we went direct to the homeowner. We didn't want the agent to be involved anymore. So we started doing online marketing, and that's when people go online and they would search for, I need to sell my house fast. Our website will come up. People that says I'm in foreclosure, or I'm getting a divorce, or I don't want to work with an agent. So we would search. We set up marketing campaigns online for that, and then we also did some cold calling and some mailers in the business for our real estate.
No, that great breakdown of the real estate. But I think so far in the real estate, when it comes to marketing, we've learned so many lessons, right? So many lessons. One being early on. Goes back to the point that we just made, not just having one form of marketing, because when we had that one form of marketing, we had somebody stealing our leads. So guys, we talked about that in a previous episode.
We talked about it in the previous episode. So that really is where we learned you never have one form of marketing. We learned it before, but it really hit home in here because we was doing online marketing with a guy. If you don't know the story, we was doing online marketing with this guy, and he essentially started stealing our leads from us. And for 90 days, our business was on life support because we had no leads. As y'all said earlier, if you have no leads, then you have no opportunities. When you have no opportunities, you have no way to make money. So once we went through that and we overcame that, we told ourselves we're not going to only have one form of marketing. Like, we really need to always have multiple forms in case something changes with an algorithm or something changes with the provider. And that's how we learned, like, you definitely better have multiple sources of market. What other lessons have you learned about marketing in real estate?
The biggest lessons we've learned I think the most important
lesson about marketing is you want to always be consistently marketing your business. But the second most important lesson that we've learned from the real estate side is you want to track your marketing. You want to know your numbers, because at that point, once you know your numbers, you know where you need to spend more money. You know where you need to spend less money. You know when an ad is not performing the way that it's supposed to be or a campaign is not performing the way that it's supposed to be performing. So that's where we learned the importance of tracking your marketing.
Yeah, because we started to spend big money, and this was the first time that we spent 5 figures a month in marketing. Yeah. And we consistently spend 5 figures a month in marketing. And doing so, we understand the power of spending that money, but then having the right metrics to track what you need to track so that you could do what you need to do. Yeah. So this has been, the real estate company has really helped us understand in any business we go to the power of marketing. And I'm so grateful that we did our real estate company as one of our first real big success stories as a company, because in this business we've learned you got to market, you got to spend money every single month to market your business, or you got to be doing something creative to get customers. And I'm thankful that we learned
that. But then more important is you got to track the marketing as well. You got to track your marketing, because like for us, we had gotten to a point where we was just making money and we wasn't tracking our marketing properly. And I don't want to say and make it seem like we're the best at it, but we're intentional about tracking our marketing, so we know where our marketing dollars are being spent. We know exactly what the return on ad spend is. We know, okay, what's the cost of a contract or what's the cost of a deal, and those are the important KPIs that you need to know, at least in our business, so that you can grow the business.
And Josh has talked about it, and we've mentioned this on multiple episodes. You got to really understand your marketing KPIs. You got to understand that. And I just want to make sure that you guys, we did not miss that.
So what are KPIs for someone?
KPIs are key performance indicators. KPIs help you govern and run the business or a division within the business. So Josh, I gave you a couple in our real estate business, which is how much does it cost us to get a contract? And let's just say you run a bakery shop and you're doing marketing. You probably are doing Facebook ads. If you're doing Facebook ads, what's a key metric that somebody would want to track if I own a bakery shop? What would one of my KPIs be if I own a bakery shop?
One is return on ad spend from the ads that I'm running. How much revenue am I generating? Another thing is if I own a bakery shop, how many customers are coming from the Facebook ads? So you want to see, okay, if we have 100 customers, how out of that 100 customers, how many came from the ad? So when people come into your bakery shop, you can ask them to fill out a survey and give them 10% off or 15% off on their order. And you want to know where you're driving traffic. Where your traffic is coming from.
So that's a good definition of a KPI. Yeah. Any other lessons that you've learned that you want to talk about in our experience in marketing our real estate business? No, not you. So the last business, and we still have the real estate company, but the last business that we want to talk about is the Mathis Twins brand and the Expose and Expand brand. Those are two different brands, two different companies, and we market both of those brands. And the way that we market those brands primarily is through online social media advertising, putting out free content. That's a form of marketing. Paying to have ads run for our education company, for Expose and Expand. That's a form of marketing. And those are the two forms of marketing that I could really think about that we do right now for those two different brands. Am I missing anything else?
No. One thing that just hit me, and another key lesson that we learned from the real estate company and that we constantly learn right now in the Mathis Twins brand and the Expose and Expand brand is speed to lead. Yeah. Speed to lead. So guys, when a customer reaches out to you or when a customer contacts you for your service, the faster you get to them, the higher your probability is to convert that person to a customer. Most people fail in their marketing is that one, they're not probably consistently marketing. Two, they don't know what they're spending on marketing. But then three is they're not getting to the customer fast enough. So when customers are reaching out to them or, filling out a form, you're not touching them.
That was a good lesson. That was great. That was something that we learned.
That was one of the biggest lessons we've learned so far in marketing. especially with our real estate, if you want to expound on that.
Now, just a little bit, when somebody is searching something online, we live in a society where we are used to getting results instantaneously. If I don't get that result instantaneously, or if I don't get what I need right away, some people panic. You think about if your phone malfunctions for a quick, you're like, oh, what's going on, right? It's the same thing when the customer is looking for an answer. They want an answer right now. And we've been conditioned that I can use this little phone and get the answer that I want immediately. So if somebody's reaching out to you and you're doing inbound marketing and they're reaching out to you, they want to hear from you as soon as possible. 98.9% of the times. They want to hear from you and they want a response immediately. And we start to understand that in our real estate business. When leads reach out, regardless if it's 7 o'clock on a Saturday, we need to get back to them because that's when they want to talk. So that's what we do in the real estate business. So guys, we've given you our marketing journey, and we definitely like to keep these episodes short, so we got to see how this works out because we have a lot of revelations and we have a lot of tips that we want to give you guys. And I'm asking myself, do you think we need to continue, or you think we just need to cut it here and then make this and that?
I was just thinking that, but man, this has been good so far. Let's continue the conversation.
Yeah, so guys, we've given you our journey, and in that journey of spending over $1 million amongst all those different companies, all those different forms of marketing, we picked up some revelations and we picked up some tips that we want to give you guys right now. The first revelation that we've learned in our journey is you need to always be marketing. The only way to make money, the only way that you will make money if you have a product or service and you're not marketing your business is if you have such a great product or service that really solves a problem for people and it's just right there in their face, which most people don't have that product.
Hey, listen, guys, you always need to be marketing your brand. If you're solving it, you always need to. You look at billion-dollar brands like Coca-Cola, McDonald's, and I'm not saying we support these brands, but I'm just using them as an example. Like they have highest brand recognitions around the world. People know who they are, but they're still marketing. So guys, learn lessons. If you want to be greats, you got to study the greats. Whether you support these companies or not, whether you support Coca-Cola or not, you got to understand that they're always marketing their business, and there's a reason why. Because they always want to make sure that their customers, when their customers think about a soda, when their customers thinks about food, they want to be top of mind.
Got you. That was really, really good. The second revelation that we got in this journey of spending over $1 million in marketing is always know your key metrics and define your key metrics. So again, always know what your key metrics are for your marketing and define them. And what that means is some people always talk about how much they spent in marketing. One of the key metrics, if you are spending money on marketing, is what is your ROAS? What is your return on that ad spend? What is your return on the money? So that's one of the things that we definitely want to help you guys understand.
I want to break it down further. So let's talk about our real estate business and help people understand like what that looks like for us. So in our real estate business, guys, like Jaron mentioned, we do inbound marketing for the business. So some KPIs for that business and what we're tracking on the marketing side is what's our cost per contract, what's our cost per lead, what's our cost per deal. We're tracking those things because now we know if let's say for instance, we're trying to get a real estate, we want to do, if we want to do 10 deals. The easiest way to get the 10 deals is knowing, okay, how much we need to spend in marketing in order to get there. So if I'm tracking my marketing properly, and let's say, for instance, we're spending $3,200 to get a deal. If I want to do 10 deals, I know it's cost me, because I'm tracking my numbers, I know it cost me $3,200 to get a deal. So if I want to do 10 of them, you guys do the math. That's what, $32,000 I got to spend to get 10 deals? Yeah.
That's good. Look at that boy, Josh, bringing it today.
Because you ain't, my boy. You confusing these people. You all over the place. You ain't breaking it down. You ain't giving people the sauce and the information, man. And again, I hope y'all getting value, y'all getting game. Make sure y'all subscribe.
All right, so the third revelation that we got after starting all these companies and spending over $1 million in marketing spend is inbound marketing is better than outbound marketing. Outbound marketing, it looks like cold calling when you're just reaching out to somebody. Inbound marketing is online marketing where people are reaching out to you, where they're looking to you to solve their problems. And we had that, we learned that because in our real estate business, every lead that we cold call, it took us more than 90 days to get that person under contract.
For our inbound leads, it is taking us less than 45 days to get people on the contract that really actually want to sell their house. And we started to look at the metrics that we just talked about, and we started to realize we're getting a much better return on our inbound marketing. Our sales guys like these type of leads because they don't have to keep chasing them and they don't have to keep babying these leads. And these are people that are actively looking for us to solve their problem. When I'm outbound marketing someone, we don't know if they truly have a problem. So it's a big difference. So guys, what we've learned is inbound marketing is better than outbound marketing.
So guys, Jerm said something. He said inbound marketing. He said inbound marketing is online marketing. That's not the only form of inbound marketing, guys. It's the other form. You can do direct mail. So the point of inbound marketing is you want customers calling you. You don't want to be calling them. But for you, question, do you feel like that is for every business, that inbound leads are better than outbound leads?
Not. Thank you. So it's not, I wouldn't say every business. I wouldn't say you're right. That's not the case for every business, because some businesses don't even know that they have problems in their business that need to be solved. So you can cold call them and help them identify some of those problems. So great question.
Yeah, I just, again, because I'm thinking about it, like not all businesses are made equal, right? I think for the majority of businesses, inbound leads are better than outbound. But yeah,
got you. All right. The fourth revelation that we've got is understand the key factors that assist with your conversions. So when you're doing marketing, there are factors that will assist you in these conversions, meaning is your sales team good? That's one of the factors, because you could generate all the good leads, but if your sales teams can't close, it's a waste of time. Do you have a good CRM system, a customer relationship management system that keeps track of your leads, that keeps track of the stage of where your leads are? We learned this, and again, this is something that we learned in our real estate business, because we started to generate leads, but one of the factors that messed us up at the beginning was we didn't have a CRM system. We were using Excel and pen and paper, and leads were slipping through the cracks. Things wasn't working out the way that they needed to because of these factors. So understand all of the factors that assist in your conversions in your marketing.
That is so important. Most businesses don't understand that. They just think, oh, I do a mail campaign, or I spend money on billboards or ads, and customers are just going to come in. No, that's the start of it. You have to understand, okay, how do I convert those customers? Because the job of marketing is to drive leads. That's what marketing does. Marketing is supposed to drive leads. Now, you need to know how to convert those leads into customers. And as Jerm just broke, I hope you guys didn't miss that, but as Jerm just broke it down for you guys, what are the things that are going to ensure that that lead turns into a customer?
Got you. The fifth revelation that we've learned is be committed to the marketing channel for at least 120 days. And in that commitment, make sure that you're seeing progress along the way, but be committed to the channel for at least 120 days. This is something that we learned. And again, in our real estate investment company, where when we started doing online marketing, all of the advice that we got from people that had done years and years and spent millions of dollars in online marketing, they all said commit to it for at least 120 days, because you have to give the marketing some time to get to see results. So make sure that you're committed to that channel at least 120 days.
Man, why he being so difficult? Guys, 4 months. 4 months, commit to the channel. But also, one thing that he said, that Jerm mentioned, was you got to understand your marketing cycle. You have to understand the marketing cycle of your business, meaning, okay, when I send that marketing out, how long does it take for me to see a return on that marketing spend? That's important. And every business is different. Some businesses send out marketing and they can get a customer same day or the same week. For our real estate business, as Jerm mentioned, when we were doing outbound marketing, it took us 90 to 120 days to convert a customer from the time the first conversation we had with them. Then we went online. It's gotten better now. We're at 15 to 45 days, or 15 to 30 days or something like that to convert a customer. But guys, that is so important. Like, you want to understand, the point is just you got to commit to the channel, but then while you're committing to the channel, start understanding how long does it take for that marketing cycle to happen in my business.
Another reason why we put this outside of it being a revelation for us is because we see so many entrepreneurs that spend money on marketing for a month and they don't get the return or the results that they were expecting, and they just stop. And it's not working. You didn't give it enough time to see if it could work. You didn't put enough tweaks in it. And that's why I explicitly said that within your 4-month commitment, make sure that you see progress. Make sure that you see progress. That way you can start tweaking things along the way. So that was another thing. That was another reason why we put that in there. And this is not the last one, but obviously we want to keep these shows at a certain time frame. But the last revelation that we want to talk about today is that not every customer is your customer. You need to define who your customer is and figure out how you serve them and how you market to them only, no one else. Know who your customer is. When you first start out in business, so often, so many people, so many entrepreneurs, everybody's my customer. Everybody is going to buy from me. Everybody. And guys, that is the wrong way to go. I am telling you, focus on that one customer profile that you can serve and go after them hard. And the reason why you want to do that is because you know their pain points. You know how to communicate with them. You know everything about them, so you know how to serve them best. So know who your customer is, and focus and solve their problem and only theirs. That is one of probably the biggest lessons that we've learned so far in business, because most people want to service everybody. You want everybody to be your customer. Guys, the great marketers understand that everyone is not their customer. So if you want to be a great marketer, if you want your marketing to convert faster, the best thing that you can do for yourself is find out who your customer is. Find out what their problems are. Find out what their struggles are, so that you can market to their problems, their struggles, and then those are the people that eventually become a customer. Got you. So we've given you the revelations that we've had after spending over $1 million in marketing. Now we're going to give you a couple of tips. And the perfect segue was what Josh just said. The first tip is clearly communicate the problem that you solve. Know the problem that you solve and clearly communicate that to the customer. Tip number 1. Yeah, and again, guys, that's so good. You have to understand that problem that you're solving. For us, we used to always just be lazy with our marketing, but when you know what problem you solve, you know how to articulate that to the customer. You know how to write that in your copy on your website, and when people go on and they see those things, it's speaking to them. Like when you're marketing to people, you want that people make buying decisions emotionally. So you want to hit them emotionally, and the way that you do that is knowing what problem you're solving. Got you. Tip number 2, don't be so concerned about your marketing spend. Be concerned about your return on that spend and the cash conversion cycle on that spend. So what that means is so many people, they're focusing on the $5,000 a month that they spend. No, how much money are you making from that $5,000 a month in spend? How long is it taking you to get that money back once you put it back, a la the cash conversion cycle? So that's the second tip that we want to talk about with marketing. Anything else? No, that's a great point, right? Because like you said, so many people say, I'm spending $1,500, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 in marketing, guys. And to be real with you, those are peanuts when it comes to a marketing spend. But if you can spend 10 and make 5x that, 10x that, that is great. So it's important that you understand the return on the spend. So focus on the return and not the spend. All right. So the third tip is, we talked about it before, just to bring it up again to make sure y'all don't miss it. Make sure all the information y'all put on y'all marketing is the correct information, so that the customer can reach you and you don't waste your money. We talked about that in the earlier story. Yeah. No, I mean, you broke it down. It's clear as day. Got you. The next one is never stop learning new ways and mediums never stop learning new ways and methods you can use to market your business. So yes, we believe that you should focus on one, get good at one, and then go to the next one. But once you get good on that first one, don't get lazy on that first form. Master that first form of marketing, then figure out a second one. Once you master that, then figure out a third, because these things, they change. So make sure that you definitely never stop learning new ways to reach your customer. And again, it's important that you know who your customer is. Like the point that we made earlier, the better you know your customer profile, the easier it's going to be to market to them. The better you know your customer profile, the easier it's going to be to market to them. Because if you are marketing to young kids, we know right now the way to probably market to them is on Instagram or TikTok. Or if you're marketing to the older generation, those may not be the best forms to market that customer. So it's important that, yes, you have several different forms of marketing, but more important of that, you want to make sure that you are using the channel that's going to help you target your ideal customer.
Got you. And the last tip that we want to discuss today is, guys, understand that marketing is the lifeblood of your business. You need to know as much about it as possible. Meaning, if you're hiring an agency to do your marketing for you, understand what are they doing? How do you hold them accountable? If you're doing the marketing spend yourself, understand what metrics that you need to follow. What KPIs do you need to hit? Understand as much as possible about marketing, because you as an entrepreneur, you as a business owner, your job is to make sure that you get leads and opportunities for your team to close. So anything you want to add to that?
Nah, man, that was good. It was clear and to the point.
Got you. Guys, I knew this was going to be a good one. My first time in the intro, not having something scripted. I said it off the cuff and I didn't mess up. I knew this was going to be a banger. I know y'all got a lot of value today. This was something that I was super excited about, that I've been wanting to talk about for a long time. We expose you guys to what you need to know about marketing. So you guys should definitely know how to consistently and effectively go out and market your company now, so that you could generate leads and opportunities.
I think from this conversation, we have so many different topics that we can talk about. So if you guys are listening and you hear this, if there's something else that we said within this conversation that you want us to expand on, please comment and let us know. But man, this was a marketing masterclass, and we can definitely go deeper. We've gotten so much better at marketing. Yes, we've only spent $1 million, but we're going to continue to spend more millions and grow on the marketing side.
Guys, as you know, we have our gentleman's agreement, and we said it's our gentleman's agreement because we don't see you do it. We just know that you're going to do it because you've got so much value. Share this episode with someone. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment. If you are listening on the podcast players like Apple or Spotify, hit that follow button. Give us a 5-star review. Help your boys out. Remember, exposure leads to expansion. Peace.
Expose and expand. Peace.